All right, so next project is the cabbage. What I'm gonna do is peel off all this outer layer and then cut it in half and slice it. So I'm gonna cut it in half this way and then slice it this way. And I'm gonna put it in here and wash it and let it drain, okay? Next project, cabbage. All right, good people, time to make some cabbage. This is my same Dutch oven I'm working out of. See how clean it is now? Now, I'm from the South, so today I wanted some Southern fried cabbage. And when you do Southern fried cabbage, you add bacon. Now, I know, we don't do the bacon too much. And usually I do this recipe without. Actually, it's been a while since I've made fried cabbage with bacon. But for some reason today, I wanted to go back to my roots. So, what I'm going to do is cook this up in here. Cabbage has a lot of natural water. Yes, it has a lot of natural water, so you don't have to add water, broth, or nothing in cabbage. You can, you really don't need to. Now, the vegetables that I'm going to put in this once this cooks down, red onions, scallions, or green onions, carrots, and there's garlic in there as well. So once this cooked down and brown, I am adding this. All of this in it, you see? There's peppers in there too. So I'm gonna saute it, cook it down after this browns. Okay, so this should take about maybe 5 minutes to cook. This is actually on the pot that's hot. So again, I don't like messing with food a lot, so I'll stir it in a minute or so. But I'm gonna stir it. If it needs a little chicken broth, I have some, but normally, seriously, you guys, cabbage makes its own liquid. So once you put the cabbage in here on top of all of those vegetables, all of that stuff on the bottom is gonna cook right up, okay? Because it makes its own liquid. All right, I stuck some thyme in here. This is halfway the way I want it. So here's my cabbage. I keep it close because I'm just gonna add and stir. Add and stir, all right? I didn't finally chop this, you see? Kind of thick. Cabbage it's going to loosen up, so you don't have to do too much to this, right? So what I'm doing is adding. Now, I know a lot of people are like, yeah, you get some people. When I'm from the South, I didn't understand how my parents and my family made everything taste so good with just salt and pepper. Maybe they put more than that in it, but I always ask my mama, what do you put in here? Salt and pepper. And I was like, really? We're from the South, so it wasn't much that we did pertaining to herbs and things like that, a lot of people from the Caribbean does. So I had to learn a lot of that from watching other people, because we pretty much did like dry seasonings, right? You see how I'm mixing it? So this is going to shrink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little more. This is on a medium. This is medium high 6. So this is between like a medium high. Because it's fried cabbage. I'm not trying to, steam cabbage. But once I fry this, it is going to steam because I'm going to cover it. Because I need this to go down. If you guys hear any noise in my house, I do have a whole family. So I want this taste to be as authentic and real. One of my sons just got on his Xbox, so you may hear the noise. Is my red pepper flakes. Red pepper flakes add flavor and spice. Now I'm not real big on spice, but even when I make collard greens, I like it with a kick. Now I'm gonna go in with a little salt and pepper, mix it, cover it. Sorry. I'm the camera woman and the cook right now. Alright, so, and remember, this is a leaf vegetable, so you don't want to go crazy with the salt, because your pot is going to be salty as heck. I'm going to add the pepper as well, and mix. So, in order for me to do that, I need to turn off the camera, but I'll show you what it looks like before I add the rest of it. I'm going to cover it for about maybe 3 to 5 minutes, so this can steam that down, and then add the rest, okay? Here we go. All right, see how this pot steaming? It's my cabbage. Gonna lift it, look at it, stir. Now, what you don't want is for this to all cook. See how it's breaking down? See that? How translucent it becomes? So I don't want this to be fully done without me cooking, because I don't want it to be cooked uneven. There's the pepper, there's plenty of salt in there, and there's the red chili flakes. Now what I'm gonna do is add the rest of my cabbage now. Ding. And what you wanna do is season the top, because I didn't put enough seasoning for all this cabbage. So I'm gonna do the same thing, red pepper flakes. You can put bouillon in this and everything, but sometimes simple works. You know, sometimes a lot of the food that I cooked that y'all probably eating, I didn't add too much. You probably even tasted it, but like, she ain't do too much, but it's good. But again, this is how I make cabbage. This is fried cabbage. And all of that flavor is going in here. So what I'm gonna do is add some more of the red. Now the funny thing is nobody's eating this but my husband and I. My kids don't really eat this, but I'm gonna make them eat it today. Vegetables are good. Salt. Remember, this is a leaf vegetable, so you don't need to go crazy like you seasoning beef, because it could become more too salty. And remember, I just put salt in this, plus bacon has salt, right? So this is going to be done. Cabbage really takes no time whatsoever. This will probably be done in another 5 to 10 minutes, right? So again, I don't touch food a lot. You don't have to massage and touch food so much. I'm just stirring it so all the first set of cabbage that I put in there mixes in with this new cabbage, so it cooks evenly. You don't want some of it raw and some of it cooked. And again, the reason why that looks like that is because it's steamed. Now you're gonna start seeing, you see that liquid in there? Because cabbage makes its own liquid. It's brown because of all the bacon bits, right? And the bacon juice, you know? Again, if you did this without the bacon, you would have the same result. But today, I wanted to go back home and taste something my mom and grandmother used to make for me often. Now this would go good with some collard greens. You can even add okra to this pot. I love okra. My boys don't. So I'm going to save the pot and just leave it as is. I'm going to cover, and probably another 5 to 10 minutes, this pot will be done. And again, I try not to cook this down to where it's thin. I like a little bite, little crunch to it. Those carrots that I cooked in here is steaming with the cabbage. So, boom, cabbage.